in love with the tattoo, and I'm in love with my boyfriend.
Why is it that the more successful I've become, the less that men seem to want to date me?
I decided to get divorced for my second time at age 30. I went kicking and screaming.
What do you want? Do you want someone that's horrible to you but very exciting? Yeah. Or do you want someone that like treats you good but just chilled?
Your last breakup, was it your fault or theirs?
Theirs, because they're boring me.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash the notification bell so you can get my videos as soon as I release them. All right guys, let's hop right into this.
Someone was saying to me, I will regret that. And every time I'm looking in the mirror, I'm in love.
You've been bamboozled!
And I'm in love with the tattoo, and I'm in love with my boyfriend. And I think if you really love someone, you just got to show it, you just got to prove it. So I think if your girlfriend doesn't want to tattoo your name on her face, you just need to find yourself a new girlfriend.
Damn!
Because I don't think she loves you. This is the way how you showing your love, I know many of you said, I'm gonna regret that, and what if we break up, and all of this stuff, all of this horrible stuff. And I just want to say, this is how I'm expressing my feelings.
What are you talking about?
So if I love someone, I'm doing this. No, I'm loving it. I'm definitely never gonna regret that. How can I regret this? This is beautiful.
I don't think I want to be with a girl like her. Something's wrong.
Exactly.
You see the look in her eyes? She's really excited about it. She just got it. And also, she loves tattoos as well. You see the tattoos all over her. Be honest with you, I don't really think somebody that's that crazy about tattoos would be attractive to me. But obviously, something's missing. I mean, for her to picture a name on her forehead, and also, I wouldn't let a girl do that too. Like, I would be like, baby, why did you get my name on your forehead? You got to put makeup on every time you go to work, if she works. But I don't know. This doesn't attract me here at all. And this is off. This girl really needs some help, and I hope she gets it. But anyway, we'll go on to the next video.
Why is it that the more successful I've become, the less that men seem to want to date me? For those of you who are further along in your careers, I'm really curious to hear what your experience has been with this, so wanted to share mine. I always get told that I am too intimidating. Just because I am a strong, independent woman
Interesting.
doesn't mean that I want to be that in every single category of my life, because I'll tell you, I'm exhausted and I would really love to have some help sometimes. And I miss having a kind of companionship and partnership. And I want to still be able to have my hobbies. I want my partner to have their hobbies, right? Or future partner, because I'm single. When I go on first dates, I try really hard to not talk too much about my job. I really want to get to know the other person, what they care about, things that they like to do, and just enjoy their presence and have a good time. I'm not here to be, like it's like some kind of interview or something like that. And so I actually try not to answer too many questions about my job. Like I just kind of try to quickly, oh yeah, this is what I do, and then like try to move on, I've actually had an amazing dating experience so far in New York. I've been here for almost a year now. I also think that it's not necessarily a bad thing to have this automatic filter. I've come to embrace it. It's just kind of interesting because I noticed that people make a lot of comments, or they kind of put me on some kind of pedestal, or they just make these observations. It's hard to pinpoint exactly, but I'm curious if anyone else, especially career women, if you've had this experience before. I try really hard to just not talk about what I do for work. I would say from my experience, this is gender specific, and I've only noticed this with men. As a bisexual woman, I haven't had this experience when dating women or non-binary individuals.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you know what's going on with women, right? She says she's bisexual. The lesbians are having a harder time with women than the men are.
I know, that sounds crazy, but it's true.
The divorce rates are is a little bit higher. But I seen the movie today. I actually watched it with my wife. I watched Hitch with Will Smith. And if anybody watched Hitch, what he did in that movie was he helped guys get over their unnecessary wall that they put up. And she probably doesn't realize she has that wall up, right? And how he did that, he didn't believe in teaching guys how to be players. He believed in teaching guys how to get past that barrier. And you know where it took place at? In the home of the modern woman in New York. So she's in New York. Now, number one, guys aren't going to walk up to her and talk to her, right? I'm sure in New York, maybe it may not be that way anymore. When I was in New York, I would talk to them on the streets all the time, but that's dead. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. That barrier is automatically put up also because you're starting to age a little bit, right? She looks like she's late 20s, probably early 30s, and that puts a wall up yourself. You got to get over it. I don't know how. Maybe you need to find a dating coach. Maybe you need to find a female hitch, but that doesn't work because all they're going to do is cater to you, what you want to hear, and take your money, and you may still be lonely and single or and another headache. But anyway, on to the next video.
I decided to get divorced for my second time at age 30.
Interesting.
I went kicking and screaming. Actually, I went over to my girlfriend's house to complain for the 100th time about the things my husband was doing that I didn't like. And she so boldly said to me, "Maybe it's you."
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
And I was like, "Excuse me? I'm sure that it's him." But she got into my head and I thought, well, maybe I should go to a therapist. And the therapist can say that it's him.
Huh?
So we went to this man, Louis Quimby. Louis Quimby was 73. He had been in practice for over 30 years. And when I tell you he was scary, I mean he was terrifying. In this session, we got to the root of a few things. One, my husband at the time, zero interest in changing. Me, totally codependent and only willing to change if he was.
Nice.
Except then Louis got in my head. At the end of the session, he invites us to his group therapy session. And my husband immediately says no, looks at me and says, "Well, you can come. You can go alone." On the drive home from that therapy session, when I tell you everything was blurry as I was crying, my head was on the window, I was in such victim mode.
You're right. I am a victim.
Like, who is going to save me from this? Somehow, some way, within a few days, I decided that I was going to go to group therapy alone. And that is what I did. For 6 months, every Wednesday at 5:30, I went to group therapy with Louis Quimby and 6 other people where he drilled into me things like, you need to make agreements in your relationships. Here are the 5 categories: sex, power, money, words, and feelings. If you do not have agreements in those places, you are going with the person who has the strongest opinion. You need to understand how you got your needs met. When he asked me the question, how did you learn to get your needs met? It took me 2 months to answer. When he asked me the question, what are your requirements in a relationship? It took me 3 months to answer. But within 6 months, I firmly decided I will be getting a divorce.
Oh, hell no!
4 years I was single after that, practicing my requirements while dating, to the point where I would have them in the door and out the door within a week. It made me so strong and so ready to actually have a marriage. Now I've been married for 10 years. I'm obsessed with him.
Wow, right? Now, you see how she went through all of that? She went through the therapist, everything. You know what happened? She finally realized she needs to be cooperative, right? Also, a lot of times, the best way is to be humble.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Let me explain. Now, this is what happens. There's a reason why lesbian divorce rates are so high, right? Because you know what men do? Men will compromise. Men actually want to keep the peace. So a man, a lot of times will shut up. I even tell my wife this. I said, babe, you know, a lot of times I won't say something. I won't say what I'm feeling, of course, I always speak on mine, but I don't say what I'm feeling because I understand they're just feelings, right? I like to make sure that what I say won't hurt. As a man, we can be very harsh, especially me. And so I keep things in the wraps. And those numbers go to show that men aren't the problem, because men, a lot of times, will do what it takes to make sure things are peaceful and make sure things are together the best we can. And you know what? After a while, nothing we could do. You see, she had to take all that time to figure things out, go to a therapist. But you know what a man does? A man humbles himself, accepts what life gives him, and work on making it better. So a lot of times, you may not need therapy. That's most likely why the guy didn't want to go. Didn't work out. She could have worked it out with him. But you know what? Too much in their own head. But anyway, let's go on to the next video.
Can men be too nice?
When it comes to some women, yes, they can be too nice. Kind of seems like a pushover. Like, oh, he's too nice. Or like too nice can equal boring.
What?
It's like, oh, he's not exciting. And it's like, so what do you want? Do you want someone that's horrible to you but very exciting?
Yeah.
Or do you want someone that like treats you good but just chilled?
Yeah.
So I think for some women, too nice is just like a turn off.
Do you think for some women they want the jerk, exciting guy?
I feel like women nowadays want the little jerkish, but like after a while it gets old and they're like, oh, I want someone nice. But then it's like too late. You've already been over here with and Harry as a jerk, and now you want someone nice.
Your last breakup, was it your fault or theirs?
Theirs, because they're boring me.
They were boring you?
Yeah.
What made them boring?
You know when they're just like really nice all the time and they just do whatever you want?
So like a yes man?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Was he supportive?
Yeah,
And he was there for you?
yeah,
Was he loyal?
yeah.
Is that
That's just the name of the game, man. And some guys will never understand. I still don't get it myself, right? I truly don't, and I probably never will. I realize it's more to life than going through those headaches and dealing with women who don't understand who they truly are and how life is supposed to be. All right, guys. See you next video.
This is the way.
Passport bros. Cash for no.
Answers come